If you have been faithfully taking your daily vitamins thinking you are doing everything right for your health, what I am about to tell you might shock you. Right now, millions of American seniors are unknowingly damaging their leg strength and nerve function by taking vitamins in ways that transform these health boosters into silent destroyers of mobility. You might be experiencing mysterious leg weakness, tingling, or balance problems, and never realize that the supplements you trust could be the culprit behind your declining strength. The harsh reality is that when it comes to vitamins, more is definitely not better, especially for seniors whose bodies process nutrients differently. 5 commonly used vitamins can become dangerous leg function saboteurs when taken incorrectly, causing everything from muscle weakness and nerve damage to balance problems that increase fall risk. The supplement industries rarely discuss these risks because they profit from the more is better mentality. Today, we are exposing these 5 vitamin villains and showing you exactly how to use them safely. Stay until the very end because the 5th vitamin is probably in your medicine cabinet right now, and how most people take it could be setting them up for serious connective tissue problems. Let me know in the comments which state you are watching from and whether you have experienced unexplained leg weakness while taking vitamins. Hit subscribe and the notification bell because your safety and independence depend on getting this information right. 1. Vitamin E, the muscle function disruptor in high doses. Let me start with a vitamin that has fooled millions of health-conscious seniors into thinking that if a little is good, a lot must be better. Vitamin E, marketed heavily for its antioxidant properties, becomes a silent saboteur of muscle function and nerve health when consumed in excessive amounts. Many seniors pop high-dose vitamin E supplements daily, not realizing they might be programming their legs for weakness and dysfunction. Here is what happens inside your body when you flood it with too much vitamin E. This fat-soluble vitamin accumulates in your tissues over time, and when levels get too high, it starts interfering with the delicate balance of other nutrients your muscles and nerves need to function properly. Vitamin E in excess acts like an overzealous bodyguard, protecting your cells so aggressively that it actually blocks the natural oxidative processes your muscles need for proper contraction and energy production. Your leg muscles rely on a precise balance of oxidation and antioxidation to generate the energy needed for walking, climbing stairs, and maintaining balance. When vitamin E levels become excessive, this balance tips too far toward the antioxidant side, leaving your muscles struggling to produce adequate energy. The result is that creeping fatigue in your legs that makes every step feel more effortful than it should. But the muscle fatigue is just the beginning. High-dose vitamin E also interferes with vitamin K metabolism, a nutrient essential for proper nerve function. When vitamin K cannot do its job effectively, the peripheral nerves that control sensation and movement in your legs begin to malfunction. This is why some seniors taking high-dose vitamin E supplements experience tingling, numbness, or that unsettling feeling that their legs are not responding quite the way they used to. The safe approach to vitamin E is surprisingly modest compared to what many supplement labels suggest. Natural vitamin E from food sources like nuts, seeds, and leafy greens provides all the antioxidant protection most people need without the risks associated with synthetic, high-dose supplements. If you choose to supplement, stick to no more than 15 international units daily, and always take it with a meal containing healthy fats to optimize absorption. Many seniors discover that when they reduce their vitamin E supplementation to reasonable levels, their leg strength and energy begin to return within a few weeks. The key is understanding that your body needs balance, not bombardment, when it comes to this powerful antioxidant. Now, while vitamin E affects your muscles through its antioxidant properties, our next vitamin creates problems through a completely different mechanism that directly targets the nerve pathways controlling your legs. 2. Vitamin B6, the nerve damage creator when they're overdosed. Vitamin B6 presents one of the most tragic ironies in senior nutrition because this essential vitamin, from which your nervous system absolutely needs to function properly, becomes a destroyer of the very nerves it is supposed to protect when taken in excessive amounts. The cruel twist is that many seniors take high-dose B6 supplements to support their nerve health, not knowing they might be creating the exact problems they are trying to prevent. Your peripheral nerves, the nerves, the communication highways that carry signals between your brain and your legs, have a very specific relationship with vitamin B6. In appropriate amounts, B6 helps these nerves manufacture the protective coating that keeps electrical signals flowing smoothly. But when B6 levels climb too high, this beneficial relationship turns toxic, and the vitamin begins damaging the very nerve fibers it was meant to protect. The mechanism behind B6 toxicity is particularly insidious because it develops gradually over months or years of excessive intake. Many seniors start with lower doses and gradually increase them, thinking more will provide better nerve protection. Meanwhile, the excess B6 is slowly accumulating in nerve tissues, interfering with normal nerve function and causing progressive damage that manifests as numbness, tingling, and loss of coordination in the legs. What makes B6 toxicity especially dangerous for seniors is how the symptoms mimic other age-related conditions. You might attribute increasing balance problems to getting older or dismiss tingling in your feet as normal wear and tear, never suspecting that your vitamin regimen could be the actual cause. The numbness typically starts in the feet and gradually works its way up the legs, accompanied by increasing difficulty with balance and coordination. Research shows that doses above 100 milligrams daily significantly increase the risk of peripheral neuropathy. Yet many commercial B6 supplements contain far more than this amount. Some seniors unknowingly take multiple B-complex supplements throughout the day, not realizing they are pushing their B6 intake into dangerous territory. The solution requires both immediate action and patience. If you suspect B6 toxicity, work with your healthcare provider to reduce your intake to safe levels, typically no more than 2 milligrams daily for seniors. Recovery from B6 nerve damage can take months or even years, but many people do see gradual improvement in sensation and coordination once excessive intake stops. The lesson here is that nerve health requires precision, not excess, and sometimes the very supplement that you take to protect your nerves can become their greatest threat when used incorrectly. As we move from discussing nerve damage to exploring how vitamins can affect the mineral balance that controls muscle function, our next vitamin reveals how even beneficial nutrients can create serious problems when they accumulate beyond safe levels. First, vitamin D, the calcium overdrive trigger. Vitamin D has been hailed as a miracle nutrient for seniors, and rightfully so when used correctly. But when vitamin D levels climb too high, this sunshine vitamin transforms into a calcium management nightmare that can leave your leg muscles cramping, weak, and unreliable. The problem is not vitamin D itself, but what happens when excessive amounts throw your body's calcium regulation system into complete chaos. Think of vitamin D as the foreman at a construction site where calcium is the primary building material. In normal amounts, vitamin D ensures that calcium gets absorbed from your food and delivered to your bones and muscles where it belongs. But when you flood your system with excessive vitamin D, this foreman becomes overzealous, forcing your intestines to absorb dangerous amounts of calcium, whether your body needs it or not. This calcium overload creates a cascade of problems that directly impact your leg function. First, when blood calcium levels spike too high, your muscles lose their ability to contract and relax normally. You might experience persistent muscle cramps in your calves, thighs, or feet that seem to come out of nowhere and resist typical remedies. Your legs might feel weak and shaky, especially when trying to stand up from a sitting position or climb stairs. But the muscle problems are just the tip of the iceberg. Excessive calcium in your bloodstream can also deposit in soft tissues, including the blood vessels that supply your leg muscles. When these vessels become calcified, blood flow to your legs decreases, leading to fatigue, weakness, and that heavy feeling that makes walking feel like trudging through mud. The insidious nature of vitamin D toxicity is that it develops slowly, often over months of taking high-dose supplements. Many seniors start with standard doses but gradually increase them after reading about the benefits of higher levels, not realizing they are setting themselves up for calcium management problems that can affect every aspect of leg function. What makes this particularly dangerous is that vitamin D is fat-soluble, meaning it accumulates in your body tissues rather than being quickly eliminated like water-soluble vitamins. Once toxicity develops, it can take months for vitamin D levels to return to normal, even after stopping supplementation entirely. The safe approach to vitamin D supplementation requires testing and monitoring rather than guesswork. Most seniors benefit from doses between 1,000 to 2,000 international units daily, But the only way to know what is right for you is through regular blood testing to ensure your levels stay within the optimal range without climbing into toxic territory. If you experience persistent leg cramps, muscle weakness, or fatigue while taking vitamin D supplements, work with your healthcare provider to test your blood levels and adjust your dosage accordingly. Remember, the goal is optimization, not maximization. While vitamin D affects your muscles through calcium metabolism, our next vitamin creates structural problems that can compromise the very foundation of your leg strength and stability. 4. Vitamin A, the bone density destroyer in retinol form. Vitamin A presents a particularly complex challenge for seniors because this essential nutrient exists in two very different forms, and choosing the wrong one or taking too much can literally weaken the bones that support your legs. When most people think of vitamin A toxicity, they imagine immediate symptoms, but the bone-weakening effects of excessive retinol-based vitamin A develop silently over years, setting seniors up for fractures that can end their independence. The form of vitamin A that causes problems is retinol, the preformed vitamin A found in animal products and most supplements. Unlike beta-carotene from plants, which your body converts to vitamin A only as needed, retinol goes straight into your system, whether you need it or not. When retinol levels become excessive, this vitamin begins interfering with bone-building processes in ways that directly threaten your leg strength and stability. Here is the mechanism that it makes retinol so dangerous for bone health. Excessive vitamin A actually blocks the bone-building activity of vitamin D and disrupts the normal balance between bone formation and bone breakdown. Your bones are constantly remodeling themselves, breaking down old tissue and building new, stronger tissue to replace it. When retinol levels get too high, this process becomes unbalanced, with breakdown occurring faster than rebuilding. For seniors, this bone-weakening effect is particularly devastating in weight-bearing bones like the hip, femur, and lower leg bones that must support your body weight every time you stand, walk, or climb stairs. Research shows that seniors with high retinol intake have significantly higher rates of hip fractures and leg bone breaks, often from seemingly minor falls or impacts that healthy bones would easily withstand. The tragic irony is that many seniors take vitamin A supplements thinking they are supporting their overall health, not realizing they might be undermining the structural foundation that keeps them mobile and independent. The bone-weakening effects develop gradually and silently, with no obvious symptoms until a fracture occurs. What makes this particularly insidious is that vitamin A toxicity from retinol can occur at doses that seem reasonable on supplement labels. Many multivitamins contain high amounts of retinol, and seniors who take multiple supplements or eat foods fortified with vitamin A can easily exceed safe levels without realizing it. The solution is to focus on beta-carotene sources of vitamin A, rather than retinol supplements. Colorful fruits and vegetables provide all the vitamin A most seniors need in a form that cannot cause toxicity because your body only converts what it actually needs. If you take a multivitamin, choose one that derives its vitamin A from beta-carotene rather than retinol. If you have been taking retinol-based vitamin A supplements, work with your healthcare provider to assess your bone density and vitamin A status. The good news is that bones can rebuild and strengthen when excessive vitamin A intake stops and proper nutrition and exercise support the rebuilding process. As we transition from discussing structural bone problems to our final vitamin concern, we encounter a nutrient that most people consider completely harmless, but can create subtle yet significant problems with the connective tissues that hold your legs together. 5. Vitamin C, the connective tissue imbalancer. Vitamin C might be the last vitamin you would expect to find on a list of potential leg function disruptors, given its reputation as a safe, water-soluble vitamin that supports tissue health. But when taken in excessive amounts, even this seemingly innocent nutrient can create problems that affect the connective tissues holding your legs together and the mineral balance your muscles need to function properly. The issue with excessive vitamin C lies not in direct toxicity, but in how megadoses disrupt the delicate balance of minerals and other nutrients your connective tissues need to maintain strength and flexibility. Your tendons, ligaments, and the fascia surrounding your leg muscles rely on a complex interplay of vitamin C, minerals, and other nutrients to maintain their structural integrity and elasticity. When you flood your system with massive doses of vitamin C, several problematic things happen simultaneously. First, high levels of vitamin C can interfere with copper absorption, a mineral essential for cross-linking the collagen fibers that give strength to your connective tissues. Without adequate copper, the collagen in your tendons and ligaments becomes weak and prone to injury, leaving your legs less stable and more vulnerable to strains and tears. Excessive vitamin C also affects iron metabolism in ways that can impact the oxygen carrying capacity of your blood. When iron absorption becomes impaired, your leg muscles may not receive adequate oxygen during activity, leading to faster fatigue and reduced endurance. You might notice that activities that used to feel easy now leave your legs feeling tired and heavy sooner than expected. Perhaps most importantly, megadoses of vitamin C can create a rebound effect when you stop taking them or miss doses. Your body adapts to high vitamin C levels by increasing the rate at which it breaks down and eliminates the vitamin. When intake suddenly drops, you can experience a temporary vitamin C deficiency even when consuming amounts that would normally be adequate. This rebound deficiency can temporarily impair collagen synthesis, affecting the ongoing maintenance and repair of connective tissues throughout your legs. During these periods, you might experience increased joint stiffness, minor aches and pains, or a general feeling that your legs are not as flexible and comfortable as usual. The safe approach to vitamin C is remarkably simple. Most seniors get all they need from a varied diet rich in fruits and vegetables, supplemented with no more than 200 to 500 milligrams daily if desired. Unlike fat-soluble vitamins that accumulate in your tissues, excess vitamin C is eliminated in urine, but the mineral disruption and rebound effects can still occur with consistently high doses. If you have been taking gram doses of vitamin C, consider gradually reducing your intake to more moderate levels while increasing your consumption of vitamin C-rich foods like citrus fruits, berries, and vegetables. This approach provides steady vitamin C levels without the mineral disruption associated with supplement megadosing. The balance approach to vitamin safety. The common thread connecting all 5 of these vitamin concerns is the fundamental principle that your body thrives on balance, not bombardment. Each vitamin we have discussed plays essential roles in leg health when used appropriately, but becomes a liability when intake exceeds your body's ability to process and utilize them safely. The key to safe vitamin use lies in understanding that senior bodies process nutrients differently than younger ones, often requiring lower doses and more careful monitoring. Rather than following one-size-fits-all recommendations, work with healthcare providers who understand senior nutrition to develop a supplement strategy tailored to your individual needs and health status. Regular monitoring through blood tests can help identify problems before they become serious, allowing adjustments to dosing and timing that optimize benefits while minimizing risks. Remember, the goal is to support your health and mobility, not to achieve the highest possible vitamin levels. Your legs deserve the best possible care and nutrition, but that care must be informed by science and individualized to your unique circumstances. By understanding both the benefits and risks of vitamin supplementation, you can make choices that truly support your independence and quality of life for years to come. If this video has helped you understand the importance of balanced vitamin use for leg health, please give it a thumbs up and share it with friends and family who could benefit from this information. Leave a comment telling me about your experiences with vitamin and supplementation and any leg health concerns you might have. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for more evidence-based health advice designed specifically for American seniors. Your safety and independence are worth getting this right.